All right. Yes, yes. I am so stoked about today's stream. Uh, Ren is gone. It's gone. We're free. We're free, guys. X1s are fine again. I'm so stoked about this. Basically, since the printing and, of course, the massive overplaying of Ren and 6, Maverick became virtually unplayable because this card just was not okay. You could not afford to play this card, you could not afford to play this card, nor this one, nor this one, nor this one, etc., etc. So basically, Maverick became unplayable, and I've been super lost in Legacy. Like, I've been crazy enough to actually play, and like the only 5-0 that I ever gotten with a Legacy deck since the printing of Renan 6 was with like a Grixis control deck, and ugh, I don't want to be doing that, you know? This is what I want to be doing, you know? This is the stuff, you know? This is, oh yeah. Look at this. We got toolboxes now. We got like tutors that we can use. This is so exciting. So yeah, I've been streaming exclusively modern lately. I made it, you know, kind of like a thing that I wanted to make sure that at least there was one modern content producer on Twitch. But this is just so exciting to me that I had to make one exception. Like, I finally get to play Maverick again, and I'm super stoked about it. Today we're gonna play two different lists. We're gonna start with this Abzan list that we see right here. So we're gonna be splashing black, mostly for Abrupt Decay in the main deck and sideboard cards. But yeah, we're also gonna play a green-white list that I have hanging out here. So we're gonna be dipping our toes into green and white as well. But let's start with Absent. We're gonna talk about this list for now. Basically, the changes that I made are because I think that Abrupt Decay is gonna become very very good in this format now. I expect Oko to see a significant uptick in play. I think that basically the void left by Ren is gonna mean that Oko is gonna become like Legacy's best planeswalker now, competing with Jace the Mind Sculptor. But for Oko's at this point, Oko's probably just better than Jace, which is crazy to say honestly. But yeah, so I think that Abrupt Decay is actually gonna become a very important part of the a very important card in the metagame, and probably the best removal spell. It also answers Counterbalance, which I expect Miracles to become a top dog again. Miracle was kind of like left. He just couldn't keep up with the card advantage generated by Ren, and it really struggled answering Ren. So basically we haven't seen Miracles in a really long time, and the printing of Mystic Sanctuary of course makes Terminus just busted, right? Because once your opponent finds the first Terminus, any fetch land represents a future Terminus, which is just pretty absurd honestly. So that's why I'm playing Abrupt Decay. Also, the void of Red and 6, like the fact that Red and 6 is no longer in the metagame, is gonna make it so decks like Maverick, Death and Taxes, and Elves even are going to become much more played. And what that means is this card, I think, is going to become significantly better and way more played than it was, in order to kind of prey on those decks, on the uprising of those decks, I guess. So I think that Plague Engineer is going to become very, very strong in the format, and that's the reason why you see me making a split here between Noble Hierarch and Birds of Paradise. Also, I'm making the split 2 and 2 because Birds of Paradise actually casts our sideboard cards, while Noble Hierarch obviously does not. So that's why we have a 2-2 split. But you also see me playing 1 Giver and 3 Moms. And the reason for this is solely just the existence of Red and 6 as a card. Control decks like Grixis and stuff like that are, of course, going to be very heavily played now. And again, I expect Plague Engineer to just become a staple in the format, which is also answered by Abrupt Decay, which is cool. So yeah, so that is basically the only, like, the main things that I'm trying to cover in the main deck. It's nothing too crazy really in this list. I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. I guess that Raminep kind of became a non-card at this point, but I expect, I just wanted to give it a try again. I don't know what the new meta is going to look like, so of course, like, it's going to be tough to have very good records at the beginning of the format because we just have no idea what we're going to be trying to target, right? So that's going to be like the main issue, really. But hey, Bara, how you doing? Um, but yeah, this is gonna be what we're gonna begin with. In the sideboard, we have Vivian. I'm actually kind of like a really big fan of this card. I think it's super sweet. Hey, Babas, how you doing? And so I big fan of this card. We have surgicals for like Reanimator and like combo decks of that type. Thought Seizes for stuff like Show and Tell and whatnot. Even against Miracle, Thought Seize is actually pretty nice. Sanctum Prelate and one Council's Judgment. A couple of Canonists for combo. Choke and Vivian for Miracles, as I was saying, and Pride Mage against, like, what we have two decays in the main deck, but post board there are some matchups where we are gonna want to add the Pride Mage as well, stuff like Eldrazi or any Chalice deck, basically. But yeah, again, this list is very preliminary, and I am sure that I will want to make some changes after playing a couple of leagues and getting a feel for what the format is gonna look like. Let's make sure we sign up with the correct list. There we go. Abzan Maverick. And let's join a match. Oh man, I'm so psyched. I am so psyched. I'm 3-0 with Soul Herder. Mark, you don't count. You don't count. You would just 5-0 with, like, you have won a challenge with, like, meme fit, so you don't count. when you do well with it, I could just it doesn't count. Vivian is an example of how to design a powerful balance planeswalker. Yeah, really, for real, right? Like, this card is sweet. Like, it's useful, it's good, and it's just fine. Like, it's not overpowered, and it's just a fine 3-mana worker. It's great. It's so cool, and it has a cool effect. Funny how, like, this just gets blanked by Teferi. So it's just like, there's literally another 3-mana walker that's actually broken, and that basically turns this planeswalker obsolete. Feels bad, man, but whatever. What's up, Yama? How you doing? Actually, you were complaining about the me stopping you from getting the 5-0, and it was you who stopped me from getting a 5-0. My fourth 5-0 in a row. You were my only loss. So you can be proud of that. I was on a 16-0 winning streak before I played you. Dark Onyx. No idea what this person plays. Yama Killer is a known jerk. Yeah, I mean, we all know that. Sure. Just a classic Maverick hand. Who's playing Red Green Meme Drazi? Yeah. Yeah, my hand just, like, I drew so many blanks in those games 2 and 3. Like, I just couldn't do it. Do we play around Sinkhole? Do we just Wasteland my opponent? I think I do Wasteland my opponent here. Now that we have 2 Wastelands and my opponent did nothing on turn 1, I'm actually kind of excited about Wastelanding them. Oh, that's a blank. Feels bad, man. We're probably playing against Black-Green Depths. That's what I would put my opponent on. This deck recently got unbanned? Yeah, I know, right? I'm so excited. I feel like Ant is going to be popular in unknown meta. Yeah, I mean, I do agree, though, with what Cyrus said, that a big part of Ant's success was actually the fact that that Red and 6 was a popular card. So I'm not sure whether Ren is gonna be great anymore. Ha! 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 Woo! Woo! Oh, this is the way. This is the way we start this league. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Woo! Got him! Got him! Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Yeah, we're definitely killing this guy, but oh, baby! Whew, whew, whew. It's getting hot in here. It is getting hot in here. Black source? Uh, okay. Okay. It kind of sucks to be using these swords on Bob. Like I would, of course, much rather be using this Abrupt Decay, but we just have not been drawing the cards, and now we're kind of gonna be holding up Wasteland for the rest of the game, basically. But I don't want my opponent's Bob to draw them into discard spells. Example number one. Like I would, of course, rather save my swords for Minor Ages, but actually, if we get this Mom down and we get to untap with it, unless my opponent is playing main deck Engineers, we kind of lock them out a little bit, which is crazy, because they can't attack me anymore. Also, I think I just missed like tapping mana and replaying on my previous turn. I was too excited about doing other stuff. So I'm gonna do play Mom and tap itself, bounce Savannah, replay. We're gonna play Stoneforge. We're gonna get Sophie, and then we're gonna pass, holding up Wasteland. Decay my Mom. Yeah, this makes sense because, again, Script Ranger plus Mom basically means that Dark Depths doesn't do anything, which is, of course, not good for my opponent. So we can scene it for 3. Actually, I do like seeing it in for 3 because we can get Knight, and even if my opponent makes it 2020, we can go get Caracas. So I guess it's correct for me to attack first. So let's do things properly. So we're gonna do this, and now we're going to float some mana and tap this guy, bounce and replay, and now we're gonna scene it for 3 and get a Knight of the Reliquary. Oh, feels so good, man. Feels so good to be Zenithing for a night. Oh, I'm so excited. Zenith only gets green creatures, Humber Greek, so we can't Zenith from Mom. Otherwise, yeah, that would be pretty good. But yeah, they don't have enough mana to answer the Knight and also have enough to. Yeah, this is fine. I just don't care about this. They can make the 2020 right now, and then I just Knight, sack. Yeah, I just go get Caracas, and we're fine. So this is not particularly problematic. Unless they also have like Mox Diamond plus land plus another decay for this Knight. But yeah, I hope you kick ass today in the Rivals event. It looked pretty sweet. Honestly, I don't play Arena, so I didn't really apply. It just made no sense. But run some clown before we can entertain Shadow on their power nap. I am not sure what my opponent usually plays. I don't remember playing against them. So we're gonna birds. Then I'm gonna float mana. I guess I should have floated mana from here, yeah. So undo. So we're gonna float mana. I'm going to, so because I can go get Cradle and I can untap Knight, and then I can also hold up Wasteland. So if I float white here, I go get Cradle, sacking this. I bounce Savannah, replay it, float mana, sack it to go get Caracas. I can Caracas the Merit Lage. I can play swords and play swords and equip Squid Ranger and attack, which seems pretty good. So let's do this first. Go get Caracas. And we're gonna untap here. Bounce this. Opponent concedes. Dope. Where do patrons go to see the Sad Guide? It's the same place. The same place that subs can go to, which is Discord. 4-2 gets you $300. Yeah, wow, that's pretty sick. And that is not day 20. Wow, that's actually pretty sick prices for an event that cost you 0 to get into, right? We'll see what the fan peeped out. I can't say it was a freebie from. It's really nice. Yeah, I guess that opponent didn't know that. Well, thought CC is a card. Against Depths, I actually think that Surgical is fine. Like, it's not insane, but like the fact that we have so many ways to get access to Wasteland actually makes Surgical a fine card. I don't like Thoughtseize though. I don't like this cards. I don't like Prelate. Maybe I do like Vivian. Like, my opponent showed me Bob's. So maybe Engineer is actually just a fine consideration here. Yeah, I could see this. Especially because the Stoneforge package is so bad. So I'm like very interested in citing that out already. Thalia, it's also not very good. Everything else is good though. Teague, I guess, can come out. So we can bring in maybe like the Kusali for sure, and maybe one of the Vivians. I do like everything else though. Yeah, I think this is actually a really nice setup. We have many threes, which can be problematic, so like we really rely on a bird in order to get us ahead, but I think it's fine. There are people that just signed up with 60 lands just for the gems, that is kind of dumb, honestly. Legacy Championship very be. You don't like this boarding? What would you do? What would you do, Mark? Sign up with 60 basic just to get the playmat? That's hilarious. BBN seems terrible. Yeah, but like, what would you play instead? Like, all my other cards seem just worse. Like, I don't want Thalia. Maybe Sanctum is the only thing that I can consider over the Vivian. Thoughtseize Prelate. I really don't like Thalia against Depths. Well, I mean, I'm very willing to. If we go to game 3, I'm very willing to try to decide. We only have 4 seconds left, but I'm very willing to try out your ideas. But personally, I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan at all of Thalia against Depths. Oh yeah, damn Francisco, thank you so much for that tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you for the support. So I guess I get a basic. No, I get yeah, I'm gonna get a Savannah here. We can switch it for a Black Source with the Knight, but it seems quite important for me to go turn 1 Mom. It's very likely for my opponent to have access to the other guy, and if they have turn 2 Bob, okay, so that this is perfect for us. Like, we traded 1 mana for 2, and Yeah, this I'm feeling great. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this. Because of the Urborg, this actually adds black mana. This is also interaction for the combo, which is nice. And if my opponent does nothing, yeah, this is just great. So I could Script Ranger here, but I think I am going to just Decay the Bob, so I can untap and play Knight and get that going. Yeah, second Knight it's a fine draw too. Yeah, things are looking very good here. And if I manage to untap, then the game is actually over because I can just get Raminap going, and my opponent can never be there. Raminap. Yeah, all right, that's fine. Reclaimer, huh? All right, so I think I'm gonna Raminap plus Raminap plus Source the Reclaimer. We start getting value from this. Gonna get a basic Plains. Just Source the Reclaimer right now. I respect Reclaimer a lot. I think that card is super good in my opponent's deck. I'm probably trying to beat Grixis Shadow with Amulet. What is this Justice Cyborg against that deck? Excuse me. You want to? I mean, I recommend you check out my videos. I've been playing against Grixis Shadow so much with so many lists that I'm pretty sure that you're gonna find some. You're definitely gonna be able to find some like Cyberlink plan that applies to whatever list you're playing. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna fetch for a basic forest, which is basically a value. Then we're gonna green, white, colorless to play knight. Gonna play a mom. We're gonna pass a turn. My opponent has been drawing all the mobs all the time, which is kind of brutal for us. But at least we can't easily get comboed out here. I guess this wasteland helps them. And if if they answer the knight, they don't answer the mom, and vice versa. So that's kind of nice. Oh, sounds good, Mark. Yeah. Have a good one. We'll see you later. Plague Engineer, yeah, this makes sense. But this means that we untap to... What? Huh. Interesting. Okay. So we just like mono wasteland my opponent here, right? So wasteland there. Replay wasteland. Wasteland there. I actually made a mistake. I should have seen it. Yeah, I made a mistake here. I should have definitely seen it for... Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now, I guess. I messed it up a little bit, but seen it for tracker. Should have done this, obviously, before I replay the wasteland, right? Here, another wasteland. And wasteland you. Wasteland's so good. Crop rot. Okay. Goif. Yeah, that one's not gonna be... Probably not gonna be good enough. You know Snarky Puppy? Yeah, I know Snarky Puppy. I don't know FORQ. I'm not familiar with those guys, but I do know Snarky Puppy. They're pretty sick. Keep that Wasteland train going. And I guess here I'm gonna fillet this goose. And we can probably knight for a cradle. And like draw a bunch of cards and exile a bunch of things and play Script Ranger too. So See, now that Ren is gone, we actually have the superior wasteland luck, you know. I mean, like Excavator is the new Ren and 6. I mean, I guess, right? Monk's Diamond. Sounds good. They still have a Crop Rot in hand. Definitely important for us to know about. Oh, I should have actually sacked this, because now we can't activate Scrib Ranger. My bad. Play Scrib Ranger. Sack Clue. So much value. Um, I might draw Surgical, but that's kind of fine. Oh, it says Modern Streamer plays Legacy. I know, it's a little bit confusing. But I thought that I wanted to keep the meme alive, you know? Never let your memes be dreams, they say. And here we can safely crack our clue, because, again, even if my opponent does make it 2020, we just don't really care. Oh, I should have activated Knight, I guess. My bad. Yeah, this is a 1-for-1 trade here, right? So we're gonna put this back, and then we can draw 4. But do we want to draw 4? We can pay for. I mean, what can Prelate name 1? So it stops crop. Yeah, I guess I do want that. I would kill that Mox, to be honest. Yeah, I could. It's just like, what are they? They have only 2 cards. Like, their mana is not doing anything. Like, there's no rush for me to kill this Mox. They have 1 crop rotation and something else. That's just all they have. So I think I actually want to play this Scrubland from my hand. And then we tap this. Yeah, I guess it's fine. White and white. We start here. If this resolves, we name 1. My opponent's Crop Rod is dead. These blanks are swords, but like we already have so much going on here that now we play a bird. Now we tap these for black. We name human. So many creature types in play right now. So that's the Bob gone. I know you can start getting in there with the Screeve Ranger, I guess. Exalted Trigger. Value. If the last stream is playing Legacy, doesn't mean the modern is Wow. That's brutal. We're still holding up Script Ranger activation here, even though it doesn't look like it, but we can sack the plains for a forest, and then we can offer fetch land even. And then opponent concedes. Maverick, too good. Maverick, too good. Oh man, this is so cool. I'm so happy right now. You guys see that? We played cards and it was good, you know? Like we won a match by playing Knight of a Reliquary, Stoneforge Mystic, Thalia, Scavenging News. This looks trying to emulate a legal modern will never be dead. Yeah, pretty much. That is the way that I see it. Okay. I like this hand. We have turn 1 Arbor into turn 2 Thalia plus Wasteland. Ralph, with that Twitch Prime sub, thank you so much for the support, and welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Uh-oh. It's time to face the miracles. Yep, so we're playing against miracles here. We could turn to Knight, but I think I'm more interested in trying to get Thalia going here. They chose to not shuffle. Thalia making their cantrips bad is kind of like our plan game 1 against Miracles. The matchup game 1 is just really, really bad. The matchup game 1 is truly horrendous, so like our plan is like this is what we got, you know. Next turn, do I jam? I think I just jam a Knight into Terminus. Like I don't think we can realistically be the Terminus. So I don't think we should play around. Like if my opponent does have the Terminus, we effectively lose the game on the spot. And they played a fetch land there, which means that it is possible for them to have a Terminus. I guess I could just play the GT instead. Yeah, let's do that actually. This plays around Terminus much, much better. Because my opponent can put the trigger on the stack from the Terminus, then fetch for a Tundra, and then get this. Oh. Yeah, right, that's definitely... Okay, so my opponent is not on... Yeah, okay, so they're like some Bant pile of sorts. Okay, so no miracles, which is good for us, obviously. And I guess maybe this Thalia is doing more work than I thought it would be. That's actually great. And they had a Daze. I wonder why they didn't Daze. I guess that like they don't want to get behind the land drop, which makes sense. But good to know that my opponent's playing a Daze deck. I would have when they fetched Island on turn 1, I definitely did not put them on a Daze deck, so mm-hmm. So let's draw a land here, please. Poggers. We actually drew a great land. This protects our Thalia very nicely. We do have a second Thalia though, so... Picks up land today's Thalia, feels Thalia. I mean, The fact that Thalia is back to being moderately playable is just so absurdly exciting to me. I'm just stoked right now. Thalia's been unplayable for too long. Thalia's been unplayable for way too long. Now she's back. She is back now. Stoneforge Mystic. Yep, that's... This decay is going to be pretty good against Stoneforge deck. We can even Zenith for like something that stops GT. Yeah, I think I feel feeling pretty good right now. Unless my opponent has exactly swords this turn, which they don't. Alright, so we can force the issue here. Brainstorm in response. Two, three, four. So I can see it for 2? Is that good? It allows me to get... It allows me to go get... Scrive Ranger, which gives me multiple night activations. Is that good enough, though? Alternatively, I could knight the Dried Arbor away, go get Cradle. Then I had 1, 2, 3 mana because of the Cradle. 4, 5. I could Sin it for 3 while still holding up Caracas. And if I Sin it for 3, I can Sin it for another Knight. Yeah, okay, I'm into that. Like, my opponent's gonna need to answer both Knights. Alternatively, I could Sin it for a Tracker. Yeah, I'm kind of digging the Sin it for a Tracker. Let's do that instead. So now my opponent has 2 very relevant threats that they need to answer. And if they don't, they kind of just die. So this even beats True Name, which is very cool. So here's Oko. No, True Name. Okay. This is fine. We can beat True Name actually. Because we can raise it very effectively. That's not a good draw though. Sack here. Go get a fetch. Fetch. Get a Scrubland. Draw a card. Of course, making sure I hold up Abrupt Decay mana, obviously. Nice, that's a great draw. Now we pass the turn because, of course, we cannot attack into this True Name, so... If my opponent uses this turn to flash in, GT, equip True Name, and attack with True Name, I think we just win. Like, we literally just win. We literally just win. Like, the fact that I fetch for Scrubland maybe makes my opponent not do that. but I didn't know that I was joining a Windswept Heath, and I really needed a black mana for the decay, so I don't think that there was anything that I could have done about it, which kind of sucks. Thalia did so much work this game. If my opponent had been able to use their stuff properly, it would have been in so much more trouble. Let's see what they target with Dioko now. I'm actually pretty intrigued. Too bad Caracas doesn't. Too bad Caracas doesn't bounce Planeswalkers. No attacks. One, two, three. No. This tracker surviving was so huge. Nice poker hand. Arken, thank you so much for the it's a host. Thank you so much for the host. Welcome everybody from Arken stream. We're of course playing some Legacy. I am so excited that now we can finally go back to playing some good old Maverick. I am stoked. I am stoked that this is a thing that we get to do now, because Ren is no longer. Whoops. So yeah, I'm just jamming some Maverick. That's a mom. Huh. Maverick got unbanned. I know, right? It's crazy. So let's think. So if I decay here, I attack and I can clear the Oko. One, two, three. Huh. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna have to decay the Oko now, which really sucks because I really wanted to save this decay for the Jite. What if I let them? What if I let them Oko the mom and then decay the Jite? One, two, three. Sylvan Library. Okay, I can't. So I can't library plus mom. Very tough situation we are in here. So I guess I'm not gonna be able to library. So let's cantrip. Night of Autumn. That's a good one, I guess. Mom. So now they're kind of forced to. Now they're gonna force to Oko the mom. They can blow you out with Veil, Wasteland, then Decay after attacks. They. This is game one, so if my opponent is playing Veil, I'm fine with that. Like I'm fine getting got by Veil. Also, with only Waterlock Grove, they can't because I have Thalia. So I don't need to do that. So I can just hold up Wasteland. In fact, I have to because I need to pay one extra for this decay. But I know that my opponent has a Jite in hand, and if this Jite connects with the true name, then I'm actually in a tough spot, which I otherwise am not. So they're kind of forced to Oko the mom, because otherwise they just serve for lethal. So they probably don't want that. I think we're still looking good here. Like, it's definitely much closer. Like, the Yoko does mess up with my plans a lot. Like, when the Tyler Striker was just like going nuts with the knight, I was of course very far ahead. But now that the Yoko came down and can blank my tracker and my mom and etc., things are gonna be a little bit more complicated. However, I still think we might be okay. Like, it basically depends on what my opponent does here. And I just don't think I can afford to let this GT come into play. If we do get to end step, I do think I decay the Yoko, because at this point the GT going into the turn doesn't even do that much. Which is kind of crazy to say. That's a GT. I mean, now they can equip the true name, and if they attack, I win. And if they don't attack, I also win. So now I think I'm actually very, I think I'm going to win. So we should be good now. So they can gain 2, 4 with the GT. Okay. So that is probably GG's. Yeah, so this is GG's. So we decay the Yoko, black, green, colorless. We Knight of Autumn the GT. And then I guess we see what we draw first. Nice. So white, green, white, white, Knight of Autumn. We're going to destroy the GT, destroy target artifact. And I guess that we draw now, because if we draw, I guess that I don't have white mana anymore, so that was, yeah, that was actually a mistake. Oh, never mind, we're just great. So now we decay it and we swing for, so we decay here. And I guess we get to draw another card. I guess I'd rather Wasteland them. Now we swing with everything. They're forced to chump the tracker. I guess not chump, but like they're forced to block the tracker. We attack for 8, and then they go down to 1. They're dead next turn. Yeah, but it was fine anyway. So we're definitely bringing in engineers as an answer to True Name, obviously. We're bringing in Kasali Pride Mage and Council's Judgment. My opponent's playing Walkers, and they're also playing artifacts, equipment. And I think we bring this as well. I don't like Teague. Decay, we just saw how great it was. I think I'm bringing in other answers so I can shave some swords. Maybe 1, maybe 2 at most. Raminap, not great. Zenith, we can shave 1 or 2 off. Tracker was just like absurd that game. It was so good. Thalia also did insane amounts of work. Skulls can come out. Maybe they're playing Snapcaster, but I don't think so. They could play, like, if I see Snapcaster or Goyf, of course, Skulls is going to come back. But I didn't see either card, and I guess my opponent can only fit so many, so many cards in their deck. They have like Oko and a bunch of other stuff. So, they're playing Bant. Stoneforge sounds good in this matchup. Shave a second Zenith. I do like me some Chokes. Do like me some Sophie and GT. Both equipment sound really good. 2 cards that I want to cut. Yeah, maybe something like this. I'm already bringing like Council's Judgment, Plague Engineer, Answers to True Name, and like Stoneforge and whatever. Plus the decays. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think we can shame a couple of Swords. Swords is pretty bad against True Name. I'm not even great against something like Stoneforge. Yep, I'm snapping this hand off. Happily keeping this. They could have back to basics, so I think. I mean, it's kind of awkward for me to play around back to basics, but I guess I do. I mean, I could simply just like turn one Scrubland and turn two Verdant Catacombs. See what my opponent does. Yeah, I like that actually. Hex Drinker. Yeah, this is turn one mom. Maybe they go all in with this guy. And if they do, we super get them. I'm definitely playing Talion too here. No Titan. What do you mean no Titan again? We played Titan yesterday, House of Mana. We had a crazy run with Titan actually. Like an insane run. I went like 19-1 with Amulet. Uh This does make things pretty awkward. Because now I can't Thalia, because otherwise they make this pro instance, so I need to pass now. Yeah, it's your fault, Mana. You should be watching me all the time. What are you doing not watching my stream? Yeah, I've been doing pretty insanely well with Amulet lately. It's honestly been pretty absurd. No blocks. I could block and give it pro. Acid Shroom. Okay, unfortunately now I need to kill the Hex Drinker. Yeah, now at this point I'm not playing around. Black and green. I'm not playing around back to basics. My opponent has two non-basics in play, so. And I guess I'm gonna Wasteland them plus Thalia. Next turn, I Knight. Oof, brutal. That's actually pretty good. I forgot that they were playing Daze. That was actually my bad. That was definitely my bad. I totally forgot that my opponent was playing the Daze deck. Could have played around it. Consider Question Beast versus Space Walker, TNN, Death, and Taxes matchup. I have not really. It's possible. It seems kind of. I don't know. I could give it a shot for sure. Like especially in the green white list. So maybe we can have like one of Questing Beast here. Like move the Jailer to the board and what do we want to cut for the Jailer? Maybe the third choke. Yeah, I could see playing this. So we're going to be playing some green whites after this league. This is the Abzan list, and then we're going to play a green white list as well. All right, so my opponent's playing Stormlocked. as I was saying, I should have, like, with the mom in play, I should have definitely gone after the green source instead of the white source. Certainly a mistake. White, green, 1. Don't have another days, please. Yeah, this is game over now. I can't raise them anymore. I knew that I was playing in 2 days, but I really needed to, like, I really need to play the Titan this turn in order to raise what my opponent's doing. Now I just cannot raise them, so I can't win anymore. Yeah, that hand did not end up playing the way that I originally intended. Does Hex Drinker want me to play? I kind of don't, because we have Plague Engineer. Choke does seem like the nuts, though. Yeah, maybe I don't want the VVNs, though. Do something like this. Play with Wyvern's Man in the main. Had not the opportunity to test her since I only played Stumpy in Rain times. I actually do like the Vivian. She's very, very good in the grindy matchups, and of course, she's not great against True Name. But she's quite good in the grindy matchups, and she does. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. She does a ton of work against like miracles and stuff. So we're gonna play Mom on 1, because like my opponent is basically forced to interact with her on turn 1. So I get more information for these Thoughtseize on turn 2. Here's the swords, probably. Yep. There you go. So it's like, that's basically like a forced play for my opponent. Oof. Yeah, I actually kind of really like Wasteland in here. Because of the choke that I'm planning on playing next turn, like I'm really excited about Wasteland in here. And yeah, because choke just blanks the island but not the savannah, so. By the way, we added to the straight and well list are 2 deafening silence to have turn 1 plays versus storm. Yeah, Veil of Summer. Yeah, basically, so what I did is I just grabbed lists from back in the day, so like I didn't really make many changes, but I could see playing Veil for sure. Negative value here, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna Thoughtseize. Place around days very nicely here, and allows me to take a threat if I need to. Bonnet did not shuffle with the Ponder though. Just look at that. Just look at that. Yes, I think I just take the Ponder here, right? Like, my opponent's hand just doesn't do anything. And I can play around days very easily. So I just take the card that actually unlocks their hand. Sylvan Lariat. Yeah, that's a pretty fucking good one. That's a pretty good one, not gonna lie. Okay, so my opponent has a daze. So we're not jamming into it. My opponent keeping the library on top. Very smart of them, by the way. If I were my opponent, I would draw 3 cards here. The thing is that if they tap out for a true name, I can really punish them with the choke. Because I know they have days, so this choke is going to be 4 mana, but if they tap out, then they can't actually cast the days because of Pythalia, so. So my opponent can definitely get got here, if they are careless. But yeah, so what we can play Veil of Summer. Instead of what? Maybe instead of Chalice? I mean, it's kind of a different card, though. Well, Chalice is like the nuts against stuff like Bomberman. Please step out for a true name. Ugh, brutal. It's not a good top deck. Most definitely not a good top deck. Yeah, I really wish I had drawn something that I could have used my mana on right there. This library is just gonna bury me. And now Stoneforge is active. Yeah, this is all sorts of bad. So now my opponent's gonna have Skull and Jite. They're not even drawing with this Sylvan library. Like, what the hell? That's a true name. Too bad this didn't happen last turn. That would have been great. Alright, let's draw a good 2-drop here. Let's draw a good 2-drop. Well. I know, Kyle. It's been great. Wait. No F6, no F6. I almost F6 and my opponent would have been able to daze. Because I wouldn't be able to play with pay with the Heath, which would have been pretty brutal. So we need to draw anything at all. And maybe we're gonna be in a fine spot. Certainly Choke plus Thalia is a good combo. Something good. Yeah, I guess that's that one counts. My opponent's probably gonna daze this. Like it is 100% correct for them to daze here. It gives them 1 untap land for next turn, and it also stops me from equipping this turn. So they should definitely daze here. They don't. Huh. Oh, I guess that they can swords. So maybe that's why they don't daze here. I'm definitely killing the Stoneforge. It delays the battle. It just basically blanks the Battle Skull now. Oh, I guess they can just chomp. Fair. Yeah, I still think dazing was good there. It would allow my opponent to put the Battle Skull into play instead of, well, not putting the Battle Skull into play. Yeah, but if my opponent dazes, then I attack, and my opponent just, just takes it. And then on the following turn, they can activate the Battle Skull without needing to draw a land. Alright, so they're probably gonna swords. They're gonna fetch a plains and a basic forest. And they're going to swords my Thalia. Yeah, this Sealbind library is winning my opponent the game. It's crazy. That's solid. Got this one. All right, so now they do this, which I'm going to pay 1 for. So their hand is Jite, Skull, plus the land that they just bound, so I don't need to play around days here. They don't have enough mana to Jite plus equip. So we might be able to raise this surname. Then we can turn our lands into actual cards because of Horizon Canopy. And my opponent's gonna need to be answering like my Thalias and stuff, so. Okay, so they didn't draw cards. So their hand is was it a Tundra, the other land? So their hand is Tundra. Huh. Because they played this. So they had this GT batters called Tundra. Pro blue, so of course Turnip can't block it. Zenith. We can Zenith for 3, 4, 5. I think I just seen it for Script Ranger here. Ooh, Quasali is actually a nice insurance policy right here. Yep, I changed my mind. And my opponent does not have enough mana to play. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna crack this right here. And we're gonna get Verdant Catacombs. I don't want my opponent to get access to the card selection. GT doesn't do anything here, and my opponent's facing lethal next turn. So they can't really attack. If I was going to go for Kasali then, I actually made a mistake and I should have gone for Knight of Autumn. I honestly forgot that I had Kasali in play. Yeah, I should have definitely gone for Knight of Autumn. I would have a 2-1 in play right now. Also, this is game 2. We're up a game and my opponent has only 3 minutes left in their clock. Oh no, this is game 3 actually, right? Yeah, this is game 3. Opponent fetches. Did they forgot that they can't play GT? Yeah, I had Night Activation. I mean, that's what I did to activate the Primates, right? So I would have done this pre-combat, and I could have activated for 1 more. Palace Jailer. That was their top deck. Well, that's pretty freaking good of a top deck. That's a very good top deck opponent. Good job. That's a pretty freaking good top deck opponent. That was literally their only out, right? That has to have been literally the only out. Last one streaming, not streaming more, that feels bad. I mean, Rangers got unbanned. Give me a break, right? sorry for being a little bit too excited about it. I guess I should have played the second choke. They might have like a disenchant effect of sorts, I guess. I guess we should win this race. So we're gonna get them down to 1 here. Wasteland doesn't really do anything. So I guess we attack first because we might draw into a tracker. Now I am the monarch. Now I have a knight. We might draw into a what? What did I say? We might draw into a what? Do I want to do a switcheroo here? So let's draw first. I guess that we can draw into a mom or something. Do I want to equip something else? I don't think so, because my opponent can they can kill the Dried Arbor. I don't really care. Yeah, I just leave it on the Thalia. So we draw. We just draw here. Decay. 1 mana short of this one. Again, Thalia did insane. Oh no! Speaking about the insane amount of work that Thalia did, huh? They tapped out of. I mean, this is not lethal. We just go down to 1, right? So this is GG's. They get 2 GT counters. They get back their thing, but we just decay the Noble Hierarch. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, I'm just gonna decay the Hierarch for value, but oh, I could just source. That's even more value. Yep. Ren gets banned. Maverick immediately 2-0. Classic. Classic. Really excited to play. Oh, you're playing in Prague? That's so sick. Yeah. That is awesome. That is really awesome. Like this, the fact that the deck is playable again has me so excited. Because I was building it in paper. Like I was building it in paper. I finally got all the duels. I was missing a scrubland for the longest time. So I finally have all the duels. The only things that I'm missing are 1 Cradle and the Swords of Fire and Ice. Those are literally the only 2 cards that I'm missing in paper, and I have everything else. So like very, very stoked about finally putting it together. Yeah, this hand is great. We died to like Wasteland and stuff or whatever, but that's fine. 3 mana Vivian. Yeah, but 3 mana Vivian is not a card that I would consider a staple in the deck right now anyway, so like I can very easily play the deck without 3 mana Vivian. You can't really play the game in Legacy, the deck in Legacy without the Sword of Fire. Nice. Ooh, we get to untap. Poggers. So do we knight here, or do we Giver plus Stoneforge? I think I'm gonna knight. It basically forces my opponent to kill the knight this turn, otherwise I'm gonna be able to Zenith for a Knight of Autumn, and I'm gonna be able to destroy their battle. Jite wins, yeah, but my opponent has no way to stop me from getting a Jite. So there's no need for me to get the Jite until it's like really necessary, right? That is a problem though. Yeah, that naming Navigator is an issue. Never mind, we're good. We are good. I guess I can't play around Wasteland anymore, so. So do I kill this or do I kill this? Yeah, this seems more relevant actually. Like we're gonna be able to kill this with a Jita later on. So basically slowing my opponent down to a crawl seems like priority number one. Next turn we can Stoneforge plus Giver. Because I can Wasteland, Stoneforge plus Giver. Yeah, we're looking super good here. We're looking super, super good here. Yep. They have a Stoneforge, but I also have a Stoneforge, and I have like the vastly superior mana advantage, so it's probably not gonna matter much. Wasteland my Wasteland. Makes sense. Oh. Oh. Right. Is that a good draw? I'm not sure if that one is a good draw. So his swords here. I mean, alternatively, I can just do the same thing, like just like swing with both, and just play Stoneforge plus Giver. Mother versus Giver. I'm playing 3 Moms and 1 Giver. I'm like hedging a little bit against Engineer, but I think that Mom is just better. You think that Giver is better than Mom? I mean, it's better against like Caracas and stuff, but I kind of really want to hold on to these swords though. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hold on to it until next turn. Like my opponent's probably gonna like tap out or something, and then I can like do everything in one big swoop, and I can just like GT their board away. So I attack here. I play Stoneforge. Next turn, I Swords Revoker. I Swords Revoker. I activate Knight. Go get Cradle, and then I can Jite equip with Giver and attack with Giver of Runes backup, and that should definitely just seal the deal. Yeah, I have Cradle. So yeah, this should be GG's. Like, opponent doesn't even wanna see it. They don't want to see it. They're good. All right. Oops, no, not that one. Definitely want this, boys. Definitely want this one. Definitely want this one. Oh, amphibians. Everything else is fine. Teague, get out of here. Ooze, get out of here. Thalius, get out of here. Leave everything else in. I'm not a fan of the Zeniths, but I guess they're better than the alternatives. Alright, let's go. Playing Lomer Boy, why isn't he on Loam? I don't know. Lomer Boy not on Loam? It's kind of perplexing. I mean, I kind of have to keep this hand. Turn 1 Hierarch, turn 2 Mom, Zenith, and if we draw land, we actually like get off to the races really quickly. But turn 1 turn 1 Swords could potentially be problematic for my opponent. I think I have to keep the hand like this though. Alright, Vial is fine. It's not a good draw. Second Vial. Nice. So I'm gonna Mom here, and I think I'm gonna Zenith for 1 for Birds of Paradise. Like, I really want to try to stay ahead in mana, and I'm gonna go for Birth instead of Second Noble because of Phyrexian Revoker. Also, Birds wears a GT very nicely, which is exciting. So next turn we give her Double Vial is pretty powerful for them. How important is the Scrubland for the splash? Just missing a Scrub and a Cradle. Yeah, probably another Bayou is just fine. Sometimes you do want, like for example, if you have like Mom and Thoughtseize in your opening hand in post Cyber the games against something like Storm or whatever, then you might want to hold on to that. But besides that, it's probably just kind of just fine. Wacky Bee, just drawing perfectly here. That's awesome. Vigilance and Reach. This is cute. Swing for 1. Trigger. Hell yeah. Why not GT equip Bird Attack? Because if my opponent has a Revoker, I lose the game on the spot. If my opponent like has a Revoker and they like they played in response to the GT, I basically just lose the game. Vivian allows me to develop my mana while still doing stuff. This Walking Ballista is no joke though. It's definitely gonna do work. Council's Judgment? Alright, so I'm gonna need to Stoneforge in response here. And now the Council's Judgment resolves. Vivian down, that's fine. It basically time walked my opponent because they couldn't play their Ballista. And now we can GT. Um, we get GT counters. Gonna get a Scrubland here. Because I want a Black Source for the future. But I want to play the Giver right now. And we're doing pretty well here. Unless my opponent's playing Cataclysm. We're looking super good. Maybe I should actually equip the Stoneforge there. But I kind of wanted to protect the bird from Ballista Ping. Poggers. Want to play sword, want to equip sword. I guess I could just equip sword here. No, I can't. I need to equip the sword here. But I could protect it, though. Not gonna be able to play engineer this turn, so... I can't give you pro colorless, unfortunately. No, but if I give it pro colorless, then the equip actually fizzles. So that's why I can't. And I'm gonna target them with the sword because they can sack the ballista in response and deny me a draw step. Yeah, things looking pretty good here. The flying from the bird has been so relevant because otherwise, if I had equipped the Stoneforge, then they could have equipped here. Ooh, that's one off of double ballista activation. That's crazy. They could have blocked here and double pinged the ballista, and now they can't, which is hilarious. Last card in hand is what, Palace Jailer? Or are they gonna activate ballista? Yeah, if they activate ballista, I'm going to use the two of the GT counters in order to stop it. I'm not even particularly concerned with this Mirror Crusader, because next turn we can name Human, and the Crusader is going to be just a 1/1, and then we can just kill it with one GT activation. Maverick is great again! Yay! Maverick is freaking sick! My opponent is trying super hard to find a line, but I just don't think there's anything. This bird is just too much. Yep. Bird of Paradise, OP. Bird of Paradise, confirmed. Overpowered, ban it. Now that Ren is banned, Bird finally gets to roam free and terrorize the legacy format. This is too fun. This is too fun. Have I told you guys that I'm pretty excited that Maverick is back in the menu now? Because I am. I'm very excited. In case you haven't noticed, I am actually very excited that Maverick is back. It is such a sweet deck. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna before this match actually fires off, I'm gonna take a very quick break, a very quick bathroom break. So I will be right back in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Please don't go anywhere. We're gonna continue playing match number 4 and 5, and then we're gonna have another league as well. So hang in there, and I'll see you very, very soon. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. Next match. Bring it on. Bring it on. Maverick looking good today. Maverick looking real good today. The art in like it's so cool. Like this like anime based art, so cool. They were like 3 times the price or something, but definitely worth it. This hand is kind of a clunker. Like we do have Wasteland, but this is a hand that really does not want to Wasteland my opponent. So I think I'm just gonna ship it. Like we're super slow with this hand. This is significantly better. And I think we're gonna bottom this. No, I think I'm gonna bottom the tracker. I think we bottom the tracker. And when I'm most 5. Gonna mum on 1 off a Savannah. Though we might get got here if my opponent is actually playing mono red prison. Like they multi 5, so it's not unlikely for them to be playing mono red. Julian, how's it going? Dude, aren't you like crazy excited that like Maverick is playable now? Like I'm so freaking stoked that I can play Maverick now. I know. Like I'm over the moon right now. Is this Pox? This is totally Pox, isn't it? No, this is actually much worse than Pox for us. This is Reanimator. Alright, so we're dead. Look at us trying to play fair and just like getting owned on turn 1. Duress in Legacy. Yep. Caracas off the top. Or that one, sure. Well, we're dead, right? Like, yeah, we can't win anymore. All right, we tried. Both teams played hard. All right, we want this. We want these and these. We want Canonist, kind of, and we also kind of want Sanctum as well. Let's take these dudes out. Let's take this guy out. Like Thalia, like Skoos, obviously. We're not gonna be GTing my opponent. And I probably don't want the Kasali, but I do want the Knight of Autumn. Their Lotus spells would tremble in fear. I know. Crazy. Canis, Salias, Kuz. Alright, Silver Library. Oh no, actually I'd rather have Library than this. Okay. So this hand scoops to their turn 1, but most of our hands scoop to their turn 1, and this hand has multiple pieces of interaction for their turns 2 plus. You would mold this. I'm greedy and I keep this kind of hand. Like I don't think we're gonna be able to beat we're molding it into exactly surgical extraction and nothing else. It's not gonna. My opponent is not going to interact with my mana. Like I'm gonna Savannah on 1, and I'm going to Zenith for Dryad Arbor, and then we're gonna have green and white. We have only Thoughtseize post board. Yeah, I guess that we do have the on the mulligan. Yeah, I guess this hand is significantly better actually. So we keep here, and I think I'm gonna bottom the mom actually because I really want to land the Thalia. So Like we were able to play around the Thoughtseize from them. My opponent kept 7 though, so I'm probably dead here. It sucks that I need to get a Savannah here because we can very easily get massacred. Ha! Got him. And if my opponent does not get the Thalia, I actually think I get a Scoos. Oh no, I can't. Yeah, no, I do Thalia too, for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, so we would need to draw another land. My opponent's probably gonna get the Zenith here anyway, but still. But if they have Massacre, we're kind of screwed. Huh. Huh. Hmm. That is quite perplexing. Next turn we can Zenith for Scoos. And have 1 green mana up. So yeah, if they have Massacre here, the game is kind of over, but if they don't, then we're actually in a solid spot. I think I want to do this right now. Dark Red, okay. Phyrexian Obliterator. Alright. Huh. Huh. Well, that is a card, I reckon. The good thing is that my opponent can't really attack, because we can raise that Obliterator very easily, so... This stream needs more Carbo Life. There is Carbo Life already. Julian. Yeah, it does. Yeah, well, I got you covered. Got you covered. Don't worry about it. Does Knight do anything, really? It is just huge. That's like all that the Knight does, really. I guess it gets huge, and it also... It gets huge, and I guess that it draws me cards. Yeah, this is definitely an Obliterator. Pack Rat. Into the Ratchet Bomb that my opponent's probably planning to blow up on 2. That's an interesting play. Well, I mean, certainly my opponent's sideboard plan is good against my plan. No need to be a genius to figure that out. So we're gonna go get Canopy here, so we get a redraw, because we do need some help here. Script Ranger. It's not particularly amazing here. Yeah, I just don't want to play 2 drops into my opponent's onboard Ratchet Bomb, so just gonna hang in there. My opponent's Cyberplan is certainly something. If they do go for a Grisser brand, then we get them real hard though, which is nice because we can instant speed the Script Ranger and tap the Knight, and they have another Obliterator. They totally have another Obliterator, don't they? They totally have another Obliterator. Dark Writ. Grave Titan or something? Poggers. There's nothing I can really get with the Knight. I can just make it bigger, but that doesn't really help me at all. Just need to draw into my good cards, which I'm not for whatever reason. I was certainly not expecting this cyber plan for my opponent. I've never seen a Reanimator go for this kind of cyber configuration. Oh, I should have attacked with Script Ranger. That was just a misclick. Whoops. I missed when I was playing like freaking. I missed when I was playing. Yeah, I don't think I can beat this honestly. Oh, I should have. I need to stop and think. I could have gotten right, fetched right arrow, block the Grave Titan, and then bounce it with Grave Ranger. That was just me kind of tilting a little bit because my opponent super got me here. Yep, I really wish I could go back to B4 blockers. Damn it. I could have saved 6 damage. Ugh, that's kind of brutal. That's kind of a neat sideboard plan, by the way. Reanimate my Thalia. Okay. That's not a good play. Now we get Karagas and we bounce this. Funny how out of all the creatures they could have gotten there, that was literally the worst option. Like, I don't know why they didn't get back their pack rat. That seems so much better. Caracas. So you effectively drew a card there, which is nice. Zenith. I can Zenith for tracker, I guess. But then I just died to this obliterator. I guess I can suck a bunch of clues. Yeah, those 6 damage are gonna really cost me here. I think we could have been able to backdoor our way out here, but maybe not now. Another Zenith. So I cannot present lethal. Knight of Autumn gains me life. Untap here, bounce. Replay. Get a clue. Taking a no-nonsense list to Magic Fest. Oh, nice, Jeff Cat. Yeah, that list has been absurd. So, strongly recommend it. Yeah, I feel like I need to get the Knight of Autumn here. Just to gain life. And yeah, after this, no Frostjack. I streamed Amulet yesterday, and I'm pretty excited about being able to play Maverick again. So probably not gonna be streaming. I mean, definitely not gonna be streaming Amulet today. Getting there for 2. We should have gotten there for 2 last as well. Last turn as well. All right, so we're going to block here. Knight is going to block here. I just don't have enough blockers, do I? I know I need to throw something in front of the obliterator actually. So I'm going to need to take 2 from one of these zombies. Okay, so block here. This is a Dried Arbor. Dried Arbor is going to block here because I can bounce it. So I guess I'm going to throw the tracker in here. Arbor here. A Knight of Autumn also here. Ugh, this is so bad. Oh, this obliterator has been... It's crazy. I think I should have played the Thalia. I guess I used all my mana tonight, so I guess I couldn't, but... Is there a way to link Patreon and Discord? It should be linked, I think. I'm very new to the whole Patreon thing, so I'm kind of learning as I go, Jeff Katz. So I'm not sure yet, but I'm trying to figure everything out. What do I do here? This blocks here. This blocks here. This blocks here. Take lethal. Not an option. So I guess I need to sack this. for a Dryad Arbor. Just to create a blocker. And then I'm not going to be able to save the Arbor from this Grave Titan. So what am I throwing under the bus in front of this Obliterator? Probably this, the Script Ranger itself. Feels bad, man. Maybe it should actually be in the Noble Hierarch. So this here, this here, this here, this here. Yeah, this is no good. If we find a couple of Source to Plowshares in a row, we might be able to get something there. This is a cute interaction. Like we did that. Sweet. Worm coil. God damn. And my opponent has broken Legacy. Try to get to Cyborg side so I can study those more for my school this week. Yeah, we got here. Yeah, GG's. Wow, I was not expecting that cyber plan from my opponent. I'd never seen something like that. I thought they were on black-red Reanimator, but they were on mono-black, I guess. Obliterator is kind of brutal. Because it has Death Touch. Grave Titan has Death Touch. Otherwise, yeah, obviously. But I still felt like I needed that knight in order to win the game somehow. We're 3-1. We just lost to Mono Black Reanimator with a crazy sideboard plan that super caught me off guard. Yeah, this is a mulligan, unfortunately. These I'm going to keep. Then I'm gonna ship the Knight of Autumn, I guess. We can scene it for it if we need to. And I'm gonna get Basic Forest here because we can't afford to get Wastelanded. My opponent sideboarded into Grave Titan, Phyrexian Obliterator, and what's his name? Oh, that's Powers. Grave Titan, Phyrexian Obliterator, and a Pack Rat. It was mono black, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we did have 4 Swords to Plowshares, 1 Council's Judgment, and we drew multiple cards with Tireless Tracker off the clues, but we just never saw our removal. Because I mean, we just get 1 removal spell, we exile the Obliterator, and that's game right there, right? It's very easy. Like we could have very easily beaten the Obliterator. We could have very easily beaten the other guy, the what am I trying to say here? The Grave Titan. But it was the Obliterator, the one that we couldn't really, block profitably. Oh, you played against that guy yesterday? I'm gonna get Sophie here. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I get. I'm gonna go for, like, my opponent's playing probably Storm, most likely Storm. So I'm gonna go get Teague next turn, and that should win it. They might be on Show and Tell, actually, or like Sneak and Show. Yep, they are a Sneak and Show. Good to know. All right. So if we draw a land, we kind of just win. Sweet. We get Knight of Autumn, we blow this up. Knight of Autumn. Boom. Got him. Take 4. And next turn we swing for lethal. Thanks to the Sophie. Classic skill and show. Got him. Alright, sneak and show. Surgical Thoughtseize, good. Canonist, good. Judgment, good. Pride Mage, good. Choke, I guess, also kind of good. These no, these no, these no. Alright, so swords. This is not a fight that we want to fight. We don't want to play. We don't want to, like, if my opponent resolves a Greaser Brand, they're probably going to win anyway. It doesn't really matter. That's not what we want to be doing. Abrupt Decay. I'm going to leave 1 because of Bloodboon. That's about it. I guess Scavenging Genius is also pretty bad. So we can bring something like Sanctum Prelate. Yep. Prelate on 3, I guess. Thoughts on this plan? I think it looks good. The only card in my sideboard that I might be remotely interested in bringing in is probably like the sword, but I'm not excited about it. So I think I'm gonna go with something like this. This is overall, I think, a bad matchup though. Like my opponent just did not have a hand that worked particularly well against mine, but this is gonna be a mulligan though. Well, this is no how surgical is good. You want your Thoughtseize to go with that surgical. I guess we keep this, bottom this, bottom this. Savannah. Multi 5. Not very excited about this. Next turn, I guess we're going to play the Canonist. If we manage to somehow to draw a land, though, I'm probably going to play the Knight. Because the Knight survives K return. And if my opponent show and tells, I'm going to show and tell the Canonist. Alright, that's not it. This is like literally my only play, so I'm going to make it. I guess Primate was the other play, but at least Canonist prevents them from cantripping into stuff. If they have carry turn, we're kind of screwed though. Chokehold, I love that card. It's a good card. It's a good card. Thoughts on Different Sirens over Canonist? I mean, I guess it's okay. I don't know. I kind of like made the Pyroclasm. Yeah, that's probably just game. I don't think I can beat that anymore. Yep. You're too late, bro. You're too late. Play 2 and 2. I mean, that's a lot of hate for combo. Like I basically kind of threw this list together. Like again, I don't know what the metagame looks like, right? Like nobody knows what the metagame looks like after the banning. So like I'm just playing some like reasonable cards basically. Of course, it's very very likely that there's better things to be doing. All right. Of note, there was no way around this. Like, even if we played the Castali Prime Mage, my opponent would have been able to resolve the Emrakul anyway, because we don't get priority. And this is why, in this matchup specifically, Knight of Autumn is significantly better than Pride Mage. I think we'll run it back, though, and we just try to not mull to 5 and have a turbo hand that gets wrecked by Pyroclasm. Sounds like a good plan, if you ask me. I think I'm gonna give her on 1 here. Certainly a key, but I think I'm gonna give her on 1 instead of Hierarch, because it makes my opponent turn to Plasm that much more awkward. And I'm not putting my opponent in onto any kind of Daze deck. I mean, a big good player, but at least it's not standard. Fair enough. Is everybody just jamming standard in Twitch right now? Opponent fetches a Volk right into my Wasteland. I'm okay with that. I'm certainly fine with that. Oh, that's right. Twitch Rivals is happening right now. Totally forgot there. Well, I don't want this knight to die to just stupid Pyroclasm. So I'm gonna waste here. And I think I'm gonna play the Hierarch. But I'm not gonna play the Mom. Because if I do untap, then I do want to play my knight. But if my opponent clasms me this turn, I'd rather my mom not die for no reason, and my opponent is kind of forced to clasm anyway. So I can save the Thalia, and then only the Giver, and then Noble die, and then next turn I can play the Mom to keep protecting Thalia. Wow, my opponent really values this shuffle with the Brainstorm. They're willing to destroy their... Why don't I just explained, Maria, is because if my opponent clasms, I am basically throwing a Mom under the bus for no reason. Right? Because like this is a board that my opponent is kind of forced to clasm already. So I'm playing around the Pyroclasm by not playing out the Mom. Oh, let's throw Wasteland, please. Let's throw Wasteland, please. Wasteland! Eh. Alright, so now... If my opponent Show and Tells into Omniscience, we probably die. So they need Show and Tell, Omniscience, Emrakul, basically. And then we die. And if they don't have that, then we win. Probably. Maybe. Should I serve with the knight here? I think I just hold. How bad of an idea is it to buy a boxable drain for fun? It's a horrendous idea. Like, it's so bad. I have no idea why you're even considering it. That sounds like the worst idea you've ever had, which is a lot to say because you've had some very, very bad ideas. But this one is particularly bad. Does that answer the question? Huh. I guess we're jamming this stuff now. Because like the Thalia's gone. That was what was like the lock piece, quote unquote, that was holding everything together for us. I'm gonna get a scrubland here in case we draw a Thoughtseize. So if my opponent classums here, what happens? I protect the mom probably with the giver. Is that a no? It's I mean it's a totally. It's more of a definitely more than anything else. All right, so let's see if they have it. This is actually kind of sick because now we get to wasteland their bulk, which forces the issue right now. Okay, so I guess they tap the bulk instead. That's a Gristle, Daddy. Do you have Emmy in the top 7? I mean, we still win if they attack with Emrakul. We just sack everything, but like we sack a land, we go get Caracas. We Caracas Grisserbrand, so they don't gain life, and they draw more cards. We then sack all for board 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. We leave Giver, Knight, and I guess we can give her like Giver, Mom, and Knight, and then we just attack for lethal with the Knight because they are down to 3. So we still beat this. Yeah, this is still fine. Alright, so Annihilator 6. I'm gonna sack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Activate Knight. Go get Caracas. Caracas Grisserbrand. No life gain for you. Take 15. We're totally gonna win this game, right? We're totally gonna win this game, aren't we? My opponent's making me do it. I'll do it. Attack you. They don't even flash in the Grisserbrand. Sweet. I guess this also applies here, huh? That was a very cool return to Maverick. I'm very happy with that league. 80%. 80% win rate. So this was the list that we just talked about. We're gonna stream some green white Maverick right now. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you want to see the green white Maverick stream, you can find the link down here. And thank you for watching. Of course, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I will see you. I will see you in the next stream. Bye bye.